good people in the house. Thank you for joining as usual. You know that I like planning surprises. Thank you, Paul. Thank you to everyone. I wanted us to have a very interesting conversation. I made a post about my friend's dad, and I wanted to have a conversation about it. So good to see all of us. Good to see us. I see everybody joining. Good to see us. I see all of us. Joy, Oyinkansola, Chris, Paul. Thank you, Paul. I see us joining. Please tell your friends, everyone. Let's have a conversation about the friendship that I posted about. It was actually yesterday that it occurred to me again. I was honestly having a conversation with a friend of mine, and then it was at that point that it occurred to me that that was what it was, and I thought I should share. So welcome to today's conversation about friendship, deep friendship. Deep friendship. I will not delve into the etymology of the word friendship, which is the root meaning of the word friendship. I won't delve into it because I haven't read it again, so I can't remember what it is. But I would give you the practical conversation on friendship and what I experienced with my father's friend. I wish I could mention his name, but I don't know how he will feel about it because I think that some people may know him. Actually, there was a day that I posted his picture on my wall, and then his daughter found it. So one of my followers knows his child. I didn't even know the daughter and stuff. She was like, "Oh, that's my dad." And I was like, wow, but I didn't tell her anything beyond that. My father was still alive at that time. So he happens to be a Muslim, and I'm very intentional about mentioning his religion. Usually, I transcend religion to talk about humanity, which is people just being human. But at this time, I am choosing to see him as a human being and also as a good Muslim because I saw him a couple of times, fasting, praying, and I know how committed and dedicated he is to Islam. So I must honor that reality. And whether we like it or not, I choose to honor it. So if you want to see him as just a good human, you have a right to, but I have a right to also say, I am choosing to see him as a good person and also a good Muslim. So, my father passed on as a Christian. I thought I should mention that also. So he was a Muslim. My father, he is still a Muslim. My father was a Christian. But my father had stroke like a year or some months before I was born, either of both. And I am the last born of 4 children. And then his life continued on that pedestal of being paralyzed and all. And I remember the first time that I met his friend. It was actually his friend who called me, this man I'm talking about, who called me and said, that he wanted to introduce himself to me as my father's friend and requested that I should see him. And I went to see him at his office that day. I remember the first time he saw me, he was like, "You look so much like your dad." And I couldn't reconcile. I didn't know what he meant because, my father had stroke, so it altered his face and everything. So I never saw him in the way he was seeing my dad. So he was like, "You look so much like your dad." And I didn't have access to my father's whole picture, his picture before the stroke, And I was just staring at him, and then we were talking, and he was like, "You sound so intelligent. You just sound like your dad. Your dad was so intelligent. He was this, he was that, he was a DJ. He was the life of the party. My dad passed on a doctor. He was a doctor of veterinary, so that's veterinarian doctor, animal doctor. So he was like, he used to be this, he used to be that, he was a DJ back at school, at college, he was this. So my father's friends, I'd met a couple of them, and I must admit that they're good people. I remember one of his friends used to be the owner of Animal Care, Funtuna Eggs. And then there's a justice, I can't remember his name right now, who I also met. And then this man who used to give my father monthly money and all of that. So we're talking, and After I met him, I told my dad, that, oh, I told my dad but that he called me to see him. And then when I was done, I told my dad everything that he said. All he could do was smile. And I said, he gave me money, by the way. I can't remember how much, but I know that it was something substantial, and he gave me money a couple of times after. But beyond all of that, it occurred to me about the dedication and the loyalty that you would deploy for a friend for 39 years. So we're talking about deep friendship. Deep friendship transcends social media. It transcends you calling people, oh, that's my best friend, that's my best friend. For me, deep friendship is about commitment. Deep friendship is about sacrifice. Deep friendship is also about going the extra mile. Sometimes we call a lot of people our friends, and I think that if people are not your friend, it's okay, call them acquaintances. I have just about 3 or 4 people I call my friend. Other people are acquaintances, and it's not because they are not good or stuff. It is because I can't be committed to them at the level that friends are expected to be committed. So it is my limited resourcefulness and limited resource that is ensuring that I don't have more than 3 or 4 people. I can't be there for everyone. So I am humble enough to know the people that I can be there for. Sometimes we just faff around with the title. We call people friends, or we call them friends, and we're not responsible for them. There's this subtle agenda that I see sometimes on social media where people say, oh, you don't owe anybody, I don't like phone calls, I don't like text messages. Well, Jesus was not the dying type, but he did a lot of things for us. Nobody is the something type. When you call people your friend, you are ready to shift mountains for them. That is friendship. A friend sticks closer than a brother. Sometimes we're just even funny. I don't like phone calls, but I pick my friend's calls. I was talking to a friend yesterday. She's in Africa. I'm in the US. We spoke for 3 hours, 46 minutes. I don't like phone calls, but when my friends call me, I show up for them because the person is my friend. Jesus was not the dying type. Sometimes you just don't want to be accountable and responsible. You want every good thing, but you can't give it to other people. We're not going to do that to members of Fluffy Life Association. We are not. We're going to offer our best to the people we call our friends. We are not going to offer mediocrity or the barest minimum to the people we call our friends, not to talk of the people we want to love. All this habit of you saying you will love someone and then you will disappear. Don't let that scripture, the heart of man is desperately wicked, be your portion. You're not a terrorist. Well, that scripture is waiting to land on you. Don't let that scripture come to pass that your heart is desperately wicked. Are you a witch? It's not even wicked alone. There's death spirit before the wickedness. No. Please, if you're going to call people your friends, there are some things that only Yoruba can explain. If you're going to call people your friends, don't let us be unfortunate. You must be there for them. If you cannot be there for them, it's okay. Just call them acquaintances, drinking partner, Netflix and chill, friends with benefits. Come up with titles. If you call people your friends, own it with your chest. Don't bail on them when they need you. Even dogs are loyal and faithful. 39 years of loyalty and commitment. There were some times that my father had relapses for the stroke that he couldn't even speak. So that means that there were times he couldn't even say thank you to his friend. He gave him money for 39 years. Can you do that for anyone? Who can you do that for? Common text message. Your friends will send you a text. Now you call them friend, or you call them your friends. You can't even respond to the text. You say you are busy. Busy doing what? Organizing the what? Busy doing what? Busy doing what? Our married. Busy doing what? Elon Musk. Busy doing what? Don't be angry. What are we all doing? Some people say, oh, I've been very busy, I've been very busy, I've been very busy. No, you've just been badly behaved. The 3 people you call your friends, you must show up for them. You must be available for them. This life is very fickle. Do you know what it is? My father had stroke at 33. Fine, clean boy with beards. Have you seen my father's picture? Clean guy with beards. Baby boy association. Vet doctor with animals and enjoying his life. That's how they slammed him stroke. Do you know what it is for your life to be going on? You are vibing, you have plans, you have goals, you just got married, you have children, you are balling with your children, with your wife. Like you are good, you are a point of contact. And then life shows up at your doorstep with stroke. Don't be one of those friends that the scripture, the heart of man is desperately wicked, will manifest on top. Don't. If you call people your friend, be responsible to them. If you cannot be responsible to them, it's okay. We are not fighting. Don't call them your friend. Call them Instagram followers, YouTube subscribers, Afenifere, anything you want to call them. But don't call people your friends and bail out, especially when they need you. Phone call, you will not pick. Or friends, so text message, you will not respond. You can actually pick the call and say, can I return your call tomorrow? Can I send you a message when I'm available? You can just even send a message. I'll call you back in a couple of hours. Some of you will be seeing your phone ring like this and you call the person your friend and you will not pick. You will even be using them to catch cruise. You may even be dancing to the ringtone. Well, I don't even want to talk to you people who are married, who treat your partners like trash. Whoa. I've been in this listening industry for 19 years. I was a pastor 19 years ago. Like I became a pastor 19 years ago. So my journey to listening, counseling, therapy, coaching, everything in life that I'm doing started 19 years ago. And I know how life is fickle. Whoa, you know that nobody knows what causes cancer. The thing just vibrates. And here we are praying for the Lord to cover us with his blood. There are so many things that people go out and return cripple. Hope you know. Accidents alter them. A lot of things. Stray bullets. Like people go out to dressed in brands, designer wears, from head to toe they are slaying. Just one stray bullet can go and graze their shoulder or neck. Like life happens. Side note, Susa, I greet you. Those are one of my bosses. People who take care of me. My older friends. Those people who I can say to that, I don't want to work for the next 1 month, put me on allowance. I remember at my birthday, just said, send me your account number. If you just want to bless me, just ask me for my account number. I just want to see the money there. Even though I'm a minimalist, I hardly buy things. Just send me your account number is such a romantic language. It just simply means, my fluffy life. I can forget myself. Just doing massage, pedicure, manicure, somebody's pressing me. Today's conversation is about deep friendship, how we should be loyal and committed to people we love. We can't be acting like people who lack accountability and loyalty. When you call them your friend, show up for them. If you cannot show up for them, it's okay. Don't call them friends. Don't deceive people. Don't let people see you, and think that you are going to be there for them, but you know that you don't mean well. No. Friends stick closer than a brother. Say to yourself, I am not wicked. Put your hand on your chest. I am not wicked. Say it. Let me tell your neighbor. Put your hand on your chest. I am not wicked. I am not a witch. I am not desperately wicked. Say it to yourself. Do you understand? The heart of man is desperately wicked. Say it. My heart is not desperately wicked. I am not a witch. I will show up for my friends. I will show up for my friends. I will show up. Say it. I am not wicked. My father's Muslim friend, whether you like it or not, I'm putting that statement there because they are good Muslims. Good Muslims. If you like say, it's not about his religion, it's a human being. I hear you. How many people have you put on allowance for 5 years. Even 1 year, we may not see you. If they call you 3 times, you will block them. I am not wicked. I will show up for my friends. My heart is not desperately wicked. When you call them friends, it comes with responsibility. It's not a matter of social media, you're just taking picture. When you travel, you will stress everybody on your timeline. No. Friendship is not social media fanship. There is life beyond what is going on social media. People are dealing with private battles, and it is their friends that make their life easier. When my father died, if you know how many of my friends were calling me, at a point, I was like, I did not know that. Come and see DMs. People praying for me. In fact, people were sending me money. I was like, They didn't even care that I have my money. They were just spoiling me left, right, and center. Some of my friends, in fact, I was in the US. Some of my friends were asking me, what do you need? Send me your dollar account number. At that time, I didn't even know how to be collecting free money. It's this year that I started collecting free money. Before, I didn't even know how to collect free money. When they say send me your account number, I said they should not worry. Now they should worry. I just want to be pampered this year. Anybody who wants to be worried should just worry. They were just asking for my account number up and about, asking if I needed anything. Come and see the ones coming to greet me. I remember when I landed at the airport, my friend Shubomi picked me up. In fact, before she picked me up, you would have thought that I was a baby in her hand. Are you okay? Have you eaten? Blah, 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 blah. So, people will soon carry me on your back. Then by the time I landed, she picked me up. And then she gave me money again. 6 digits. Come and see friends who are just giving me money. I was like, I did not know that you people love me like this. Are you serious? But I was very grateful. And I make it a point of duty to be there for my friends. You can't even be ill on my time watch. You are ill. Whenever we're in the hospital together. All my friends know. I will cancel everything cancelable. I will refund money. If I'm not in the country, I will fly down. Be assured. I have flown to different places for friends. In the country, out of the country. Do you understand? That is friendship. And they didn't have to give me... No. There was no special recognition. Nothing. That's just friendship. In fact, there's no friend that has ever done surgery that I didn't call the doctor before then. Before you operate on my friends, I will call the doctor to greet the doctor. I will give the doctor gift before the surgery so that the mental health, is balanced. Because, an emotionally stable surgeon is better than somebody who is not emotionally stable. Do you understand? So I will romance the doctor, be greeting the doctor, appreciating the doctor, buy the doctor a gift, just ensure that in the book of life that the doctor is writing, my friend's name is there. Because may you not show up on the day when power has changed us. Do you understand? I usually say, you are not going for surgery until I speak to the doctor. We need to be sure that everything is intact. Rest in peace is not a greeting. And I'm not ready to lose you or to bury you. So please, in our own way, as the emotions doctor, I need the doctor to know. All my closest friends now are almost doctors. So from Aproko doctor to, how did you think I met all of them? In the line of duty. The first time I met Aproko, I just sent him a message, I think on Twitter, that I wanted to take him out. We went to Sheraton. He must be suspecting me that day. He must have been suspecting me. We were just gisting, normal gist. Nothing, just normal gist. That is medicine. I was talking about mental health because power must not change us. But he didn't operate on anybody. No, I just wanted to be his friend. He's a very sound guy. Aproko is my G. And there are many like that. Dr. Chris Chukwunyere, you will know Chris. If you are on Facebook, Chris is such a lover boy with his wife. He celebrated his 7th anniversary recently. I also brought him for emotional intelligence for singles. That's how I met Chris. There's no medical report that Chris and Aproko doesn't see for me, so that they will give me an interpretation. Then there's another lady. What's her name? She just gave birth. Dr. Zobo. Yeah, Dr. Zobo. I can't remember her original name, but she's Dr. Zobo. That's how we meet. Why am I saying all of this? When you call people friends, tighten them to your chest. When your friends call you, you should be there for them. I say friends, so I did not say users or wicked people. Do you understand? I'm using my words very clearly. Friends. When you call people your friend, you should be there for them. We should not take pleasure in calling people our friends, and we're taking pleasure in not acting like a friend. Don't be an emotional terrorist or nuisance. Say to yourself one more time, I am not wicked. I am not desperately wicked. Say it to yourself, I am not wicked. I am kind to my friends. I am good to my friends. I honor my friends. I show up for my friends. My friends can depend on me. Don't just see what my father's friend did and move on like it was a post. No. It's a solid tweet that should encourage all of us and inspire us to be better. I intentionally shared it. Say to yourself, I'm not desperately wicked. I show up for people who love me and I love. Let's have a habit of showing up for people who love us and we love. If you are married and you are doing somehow to your partner, please go for therapy. Please. It's not normal. That's why I will never understand cheating. Because therapy and coaching can help you. Let's learn to be kind to people. All this movement of cancel culture, you don't want to be accountable and you owe your friend nothing, you owe your parents nothing. Don't let life do film trick for you. Are you aware? People wake up in the morning. At night, they are paralyzed. Hope you know. People wake up and all of a sudden they need an urgent surgery and they have to do GoFundMe. There are some that they don't even do GoFundMe, that it is the friends that fund it. Do you know how many funds I have contributed to? Even for people I don't know. Total strangers. Like when life shows up, the first question I ask people is, where are your friends? And that's when you will now see that they really don't have anybody. I'm like, you don't have anybody who can be there for you. Like you don't have two people. We're 8 billion. No? The population in this world, we're 8 billion. 8 billion. You don't have two people that you can count on and you can depend on. I mean, two people can't even count on you. Like two. Two people, 1, 2. They can't count on you. Say to yourself again, I am loyal and dependable. I am not wicked. So two people can't mention your name as next of kin. Meaning if they collapse like this, your number is on speed dial and they know that no matter how busy you are, as long as you are alive and you can see the phone call, like you can see it, you can hear it, there's a tendency you will pick. Two people can't say that to you. It's not good. Let me say more than that. It's not good. It's not normal. That two people can't depend on you. Are you serious? People should be able to mention your name, that at the point of death, if they call you, you will pick. That as long as you can see the call, even if all you will say is, it's all well. My friends call me at midnight. I don't see it as a disturbance. I see it as honor. Because on a normal day, they won't even call me. When they now want to call me, I know that for them to have dialed my number, they have a reason. Even no matter how sweet the sleep is, I will respond first. But most likely, they won't even call me if it's not an emergency. Let's cultivate the habit of deep friendship. Let's be useful to people. All this cancel culture that inspires wickedness, it's not normal. I'm not joining people in that habit. That's why I created Fluffy Life Association for humans, men and women who want to remain human, who want to be kind, loyal, dependable, and normal. Do you want the scripture, the heart of man to be desperately wicked, to be your portion? Are you serious? You want to be desperately wicked? That's Boko Haram. That's terrorism. No, I refuse to be one of them. Say to yourself, from today, I will be loyal to the people I call my friends. From today, I will honor my friends. From today, I will be dependable. From today, I will respect my friends. It's not a matter of I don't like phone calls. Was Jesus the dying type? I'm not the phone call type. Okay, so you think that when they were crucifying Jesus, he preferred death? I'm not the phone call type. We know you are not the phone call type, but there must be 3 people who can call you out of 8 billion. And you will pick. I'm not the text type. There must be 3 people who can call you and you will respond. Was Jesus a dying type? Was he a dying type? You know, people just want to eat your cake and have it. You want your friend to be there for you, but you just want to, observe some stylish wickedness. It will not happen. Say to yourself once again, I am kind, I am dependable, I am loyal, my friends can depend on me. Say to yourself. Say it to yourself. I have something beautiful to share to you. The final workshop, our emotional intelligence certification course. The virtual one and the on-site one. So there are two. There's one happening in Lagos, Nigeria. The other one is virtual. So if you're in the virtual world, you should be in class with me. It's happening in October. There's the early bird registration. And you can pay twice, immediately today, and then balance off before the class in October. Emotional Intelligence Certified Specialist course. The virtual class, I am the trainer. I am that I am. I am the trainer. The class is happening in October. Our Emotional Intelligence Certified Specialist course. Send me a DM on Instagram, Emotions Doctor. Do that right away. Pay your first installment so that you can save and book the early bird slot and then balance before the class in October. If you want to participate in the Kogi version, Lagos, Nigeria version, send me a DM also. Pay your first installment to be able to hook up the early bird slot. It saves you a lot of money. Early bird slot is like, it saves you like $200-300 extra. So you should be in class with me. Send me DMs to be part of the Emotional Intelligence Certified Specialist course. Thank you for showing up again. Remind yourself about deep friendship. If you call them your friend, honor them. If you call them your friend, respect them. If you call them your friend, show up for them. If you cannot show up for them, if you cannot honor them, if you cannot be there for them, it is totally fine. And you don't have to call them your friend. Call them anything else but friends. Friends must show up. And friends must be there for people. Friends stick closer than a brother. Do you know what that means? Brothers, according to my interpretation, are expected to be siblings. If a friend shows up for you more than a sibling, that's a lot of responsibility that you and I are capable of doing. Don't be part of the people who would treat people anyhow. Don't offer people your worst self or the barest minimum. Don't let us treat people as trash, but expect commitment. If you have a spouse, let your spouse know that you love him or her. Don't treat people as trash. Don't talk to them anyhow. Don't insult them. Don't neg them. Negging is different from nagging. Neg, that's what I mean, negging. Don't neg them. Nothing. Appreciate people that you genuinely love. To be part of the Emotional Intelligence class in October, please send me a DM. There's the virtual edition, there's the on-site edition, which is at Lagos, Nigeria. Send me a DM to pay your first installment to book the early bird registration slot. It saves you over $300 or something, yeah. So if you're interested, just send me a DM right away. Send me a DM. I will send you the details so that you know what exactly it entails. I would be the teacher. It's happening in October, but you need to snatch the early bird slots. All the slots we have are 20 slots. Early bird slots are 10 slots. Once the 10 slots are gone, you pay the late bird slot, which is 1.5 of the early bird price. So I'm doing you a favor by saying, send me a DM right away, Emotions Doctor, and snatch one of it. It's the final course, Emotional Intelligence course this year. So if you miss this one, the next one is happening February next year. So don't miss it. Be in class with me. By February next year, inflation has showed up again, so the price will increase. Be in class with me. Send me a DM. Be there for your friends. I am rooting for you. Let your friends know you care about them. Let your lovers know that you care about them. Let's make kindness and empathy go viral. Let's ignore the cancel culture. Make kindness and empathy. Let it be viral. Let's be there for people. Let people be able to mention our names. There are good people around. Those are the people that we need to form a community of. There are really good men and women around. Good men and women, well-raised people who also raise themselves. Let's have a community of those people. Those people who understand what it is to to stick closer than a brother. Let's do that. Let's have a group of people, no matter the religion, whether you're a free thinker or a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, whatever it is. Let's have those people, good, genuine people. Your friends must be able to depend on you. They must be able to say, this person has my back. And the definition of friendship is somebody who enjoys the news of your success. They are not reacting to it. They are not jealous of it. They enjoy it and celebrate you the same way you celebrate yourself. Those are your friends. Let them know that you are in their corner. If you can send them a message today, appreciate your friends. Let them know that thank you so much for being my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being my friend. I appreciate you. Be there for your friends. Let your friends know. If you love people, let them know. Don't wax lyrics when people die. Don't wax lyrics when people die. The lyrics you want to wax at death, wax it in life. If your spouse is good to you, kind to you, do all of those things, appreciate them. Appreciate your children. Life shows up. I've been in the listening industry for 19 years. I can't tell you what goes on behind the scene, but life shows up. Don't let life show up before you now know the value of humans and the value of people. Let this message be viral. Let as many people as possible listen to it. Share it on WhatsApp. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share it everywhere. Let's have a community of good people. Let kindness and empathy be viral. Let's be there for our friends. Let our friends know that we're there for them in and out of season. And I'm not saying random. Be there for random people. Be there for strangers. But when you call people your friend, it is a demand, for responsibility. It's a demand for loyalty. It's a demand for dependability. Your friends can't say to you that they are ill and you won't check up on them. And you just say, Shebi, it's malaria, meaning it's just malaria. What does it's just malaria mean? Do you know how many people who have passed on because of malaria? What's the meaning of it's just malaria? What does that even mean? When somebody says that something is wrong with them, you should be there for them till they are restored to default settings. There's nothing else. It's just. People have passed on because of headaches. Like life happens. Do you know the level of guilt you will most likely have if something happens to them and you're like, wow, I didn't know, and I didn't know, and I didn't know. Do you know how many people are under that weight of guilt? Don't let that scripture, the heart of man is desperately wicked, be your hamper. Don't let it be your perfume. No, you are an elderly person. When people call you friends, show up for them. Show up for them in words. Show up for them with your presence. Oh, how can you love if you are not there for them? Show up for them in kindness. Buy them gifts. Let them just know. Let their family members know that, oh no, this person, I just knew you were going to come. I just knew you were going to be there. Like, let people know. Let people know that they matter to you. Whoa, say to yourself one more time, I am not a witch. I am a good person. I am not a witch. I am a good person. I am not wicked. I am kind to people. I am kind to my friends. Honor your friends. Appreciate your friends. Send them voice notes. Appreciate them via text messages. When people water you, when they give you value, appreciate them. There's some good people who buy badges here. They've never even given me the money for the badge. But people just randomly buy badges and I appreciate them. Sometimes it's like $1, $2, $3. I appreciate them, like the thoughtfulness. The thoughtfulness. I don't earn on YouTube, or maybe I've not started any, or maybe my money is somewhere that I don't know. But I have about 130 videos on YouTube. It cost me money to do the videos. Hundreds of thousands of naira, and then if you convert it in dollars, also thousands of dollars. It cost me money. Why am I doing this? I just want people to have value for free. Appreciate people. Don't be miserly with words, with attention, with appreciation. If you are miserly with it, It's a sign of a broken inner child. When people, your friends dress well, like they look pretty, like whatever they wear, appreciate them. Oh, I like your top, good shoes on. Like, let your friends know that you are kind and good to them. Do you understand? I am not a witch. Say it to yourself. I'm not a witch. I'm not desperately wicked. I am kind. Love dwells in me. I live in love. I move in love. I have my being in love. You know, let people even remember you and smile. Not that they remember you and frown face. So, Emotional Intelligence Certified Specialist course, please send me a DM whether you want to be part of the online version or the in-class version at Lagos, Nigeria. Send me a DM. You need to come for the early bird slot right away. Pay your first installment, fix it up, and then in October, you balance out. Once you miss it, the early bird slot will have just 10. Once you miss it, you're going to pay the late bird slot, which is 1.5 of the early bird slot price, and it's the last workshop for the year. I love you. I appreciate you. Let your friends know that they can count on you just because I know that they can. So go ahead and be loyal, kind, and faithful to your friends. And in whatever that you are doing, remember that you are good enough. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for sharing your life with me. Bye.